Hello, this is Arnold's Pizza Shop. Wait, no, it's not. I lied. Anyways, remember when I said I killed you last? I lied. Anyways, holy crap, I have never seen this many comments in a chat before I start a stream ever. You guys are insane. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are insane. Dark Shadow I can't have time to read them all, but Dark Shadow Logan, Pat S, D Bud Martin, Snortopoopus Cuber, The Nerdporial Life Form, Father Christopher Miller. Like, this is nuts, man. You guys, this is awesome. Thank you guys. This is absolutely insane. So yeah, this is the Commando stream, and I want to thank my first time appearing on my channel, Mark D with a C. He has got a great channel. A, B, awesome dude all around, and C, he is a big major contribution to, well, this stream really, because he dug up a lot of cool info and a lot of sweet things, and I cannot wait to show them off. So for this panel, we're going to introduce our toxic guests, really. These guys are just oozing with testosterone. I can feel their presence from around the world right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you our guests. The first guest, he says he is made of iron. He stresses that he's going commando for it. He likes messing with big robot toys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Iron Caster.
Sorry, I had a phone call. I let him go.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, this has been so fun. I had to make some explosions behind me.
No, I love that background. It's so good. It's so good. All right. Let's get to our next guest. So, the next guest. He is a beardsman of beardsmen. And this beard, you can't compare to many other beards. And he had an extravagant, life-changing situation that changed for the better. He is also my guest on my metal streams. Ladies and gentlemen, Barutile of Keto Simple. What's up, dude? You're muted. He's still muted. Well, hi. I know it sounds like you hear me, so we'll let you get your situation fixed.
Arnold stole his voice.
I know. All right. And the other contributor, the great, gigantic contributor, he is a builder of things. And like Clobbering Times, he loves Benjamin Grimm, the Thing. And he is very toxic like me, but also very cool and excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark D with a C. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, loud and clear. How are you?
I can't. I'm having my video and audio is going out choppily, so I'm just gonna listen. And
it's okay.
Audio up. I'll chime in, but apologize for the bad connection. But John Matrix attacked my town tonight.
Oh, that's funny, but because we were supposed to have our other guest, the Wake Down, on here tonight. He had power outage too as well, so it seems like people are definitely getting hit out there. So very unfortunate, but things do happen. So
your internet quality, it's on the chopper.
I'm glad you found a way to stick it out, Mark. Thank you. This is great. All right, and we got another first-time guest on here. I like to say he's not just someone who I've been on panels with, but I like to also consider him a friend. He is a man of many voices and extraordinary talent. He happens to talk a lot. He also has another alias by the name of Frank Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Talks a Lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you tonight? As you can see, my quad-barrel rocket launcher made very short work of Mark C. with entire neighborhood. Yeah, Mark D with the C. That's what his name is. He's got a girly power grid. It's like a third world country.
Oh my god! Well, hi. It is a pleasure to have you on here, man. I'm like, man, we're only 5 minutes into this. It already feels like this is already going to be one for the ages already.
It's gonna be fantastic.
And it is. Oh, we already got a few extra faces here. Janet from another planet. What's up, Janet?
Nano.
Principal the Crazed as well. Tina Boyan. Hi guys. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Wow, so obviously we're talking about this amazing movie. Well, our buddy Dustin gets this situation situated. We are here, 1985, Commando. This was a movie where I shoot lots of guns, had big muscles, and there was a lot of crazy, extravagant things, and I said a bunch of cheesy one-liners that still to this day hold up.
And I made the mistake of saving Alyssa Milano.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, no, for real, though. Oh, Diablo Dame, I missed you. I'm sorry, Diablo Dame. Hello. Oh, we got another Mark D with the C. We got 2 Mark D with the C's.
Man.
I know. I'm going to remove the other.
I don't know how that happened. It booted me.
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, man, that was
I'm
like,
here,
it was
I
like
guess,
you
right?
were.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, loud and clear. So, all right. So, yeah, we got this awesome movie. Commando came out in 1985. And like all these other movies, like all these other action movies, Eric K., what is going on in here? We're about to get toxic, Eric K. We're going to get really toxic. It's going to be furiously inflammatory of testosterone. So you should stick around and hear us talk about toxic masculinity at its finest.
Just by watching this stream, your pectorals will grow 3 sizes.
You'll grow a 4th testicle.
It comes in handy.
It comes in handy. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is great. So obviously, all right, we're going to talk about, before we go into some history and some laughs, let's talk about our history with Commando. Starting off with Ironcaster, tell us about your first experience watching this fantastic movie that is Commando.
As much as I would like to say I'm a huge fan of this movie for going way back, I didn't actually see this movie until recently.
Really?
Like about
Wow.
6 months ago, I finally got around to seeing the movie, and I freaking love it. This is one I got to go track down. This is one I have to go track down for the director's cut, because as I understand it, the director's cut has some extra scenes added in as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you saw the director's cut. How convenient.
No, I don't think I saw the director's cut. That's why I need to track it down.
Oh, you gotta track it down. Okay, I heard you wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, there he is. There's our guy, Dustin. What's up, man? You just got your mic off. Go ahead and get situated. We're all good. Steve Mitchum just jumped over from Eris's channel. That's a good channel right there, Eris's channel. Cool. I feel worried that you managed to jump in here, but cool. We got a nice little house in here ready to chalk this movie. So, okay, we'll know that Ironcaster got on with his first initial viewing of Commando. Sir Talksaw, why don't you tell us about your first experience with Commando?
The first time I watched this movie, I was like 10 years old, honestly.
Yes.
And it was amazing. I love this movie. It's still one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies of all time. I'm just ripping seats out of cars and just like flipping the Porsche. Like, yeah, I love that. It's like I am the manliest of men. So suck my big one.
All 4 of them.
Yes.
All right. Dustin, why don't you tell me about your first experience with Commando?
You're
hold
still
on.
muted.
Hold on. Let me unmute. He's still unmute. Okay, we'll have Mark D with a C go on. Yeah, you're still muted. Dustin. But Mark, why don't you go ahead and talk to us?
Hey guys.
Hi.
All right. Well, hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna try to switch hotspots. But we got
Dustin loud and clear. He's figuring out his issues.
Okay,
we can see him clearly. Go ahead and talk.
All right.
So tell us about your first initial viewing.
In high school, so I graduated '86. So this is, So seeing this in the movie theater, it's like, of course, you're pumped up to see an Arnold movie back then. He and Stallone were, the two guys.
You're cashing out over there, but anyways,
I'm curious as to what that man's voice sounds like today.
Dustin's a good guy, but anyways, I'll talk about my first experience. We'll Mark do the scene, Dustin get their situation. So when I had heard about this movie, I'm like, okay, there's other Arnold movies that are not Total Recall, The Running Man, and there's this other movie, and I was just like, hold up, there's other movies that are Arnold hold up, there's Commando. Hey, Mark. So you doing okay over there?
I'm going to turn the camera. Yeah, we're doing okay. But the internet, I'm going to switch to my other phone's hotspot to see if Verizon's better or Google's better. But I apologize.
All right.
But yeah,
no, it's okay.
Quick, I'll
go ahead and talk about your experience.
I'll try to switch hotspots, but just saw this in the movie theater in high school. It was just so much fun. It was just tough. Arnold, and it was just, you were just really psyched to see this movie. And then when you saw it in the movie theater, it was just, it lived up to, with all the bad puns and the carnage in the movie. I think the body count's like over 100 in this movie, and it was a blast.
No, you're right, Mark. It is. I was I think around middle school to high school. Around that point, as I mentioned earlier, before I had you finish, I was already like well aware of the Terminators, the Total Recalls, but I'm like, hold on, there's these lesser known movies, and I heard about Commando, I heard about The Running Man, I heard about all these other movies. I'm like, wow, look at all these hidden treasures of the world. So I watched Commando, and I remember, I think this is like the earlier days of YouTube. I saw a clip of when Arnold threw the pipe and went through Bennett's chest, and then the steam came out. He's like, let off some steam, Bennett. And I remember laughing so hard at that line. I'm like, that is so ridiculous. I have to watch this movie. And then I watched the movie, and of course, as they say, the rest was history. I own the movie on DVD. I rewatched it a ridiculous amount of times. That's all I wanted to do was, it's so quotable. Like, you're like, oh, where's that line from? Dude, Commando. Like, it's just like, it's such a quotable movie. Eric K., what did you do with slowly? I let him behind. Whoa, David Serta. We just got started, but I guess I gotta see what's going on here. Coming in hot, David Serta. Thank you. David Serta, a great frequent listener of Doth Channel, comes in here and says, Nick, I'm going to tip you some sweet money with a $5. Hail to all. Toolshed Massacre. Axe to the balls. Thank you. Thank you, David Serta. What's up, Clobbering Times? So, okay, we're gonna do some little diving into some history with this movie, Commando. All right, it's gonna be excellent. We're gonna do a little storytelling times, and Sir Talks a Lot, I'm gonna have you be the excellent narrator that you are. I'm gonna have you be some show stealing on this movie here. So let's go up here. Here's Arnold right there. Look at those muscles. You see those? So
yes, classic. It makes me want to do 10 burpees right now.
Okay, why don't you start here and let's read to our audience, starting with our average Colt.
Which voice would you like, sir?
Whatever voice you want. You can do a Talks-Off voice or you can do an Arnold voice.
Your average cult movie is black and white, involves dwarves and or talking rabbits, and isn't much fun to watch on a Saturday night. The exception to this rule, Commando, a 1985 vehicle for up-and-coming star Arnold Schwarzenegger. It could have been just another mindless B-flick. Instead, lightning struck, and the silliest, most relentlessly entertaining action epic in history was created. How supremely daft is Commando? Well, the hero is called John Matrix.
John, I love that name so
great.
much. Oh, hey, Dustin, you got volume there?
I should. Can you hear me?
Oh, loud and clear, my man. Welcome, dude. It's nice to hear you. So, okay, before we let Talks a Lot go on about this whole thing, what was your first experience like watching Commando?
Watching Commando in my bedroom on my 12-inch black and white TV on network television. So it was all cut to shit.
Dale, what were your thoughts like when you're watching? You're seeing all the guns and the muscles and the one-liners. Like, what were your like thoughts? What was running through your head? Like, did you see this before other Arnold movies? Was this a one that you saw later on? Where were you at in your lifetime with this movie?
I was in elementary school. I saw Predator first, I think. Terminator.
Nice.
A buddy that I sat on the school bus with had seen this movie before me, and he talked about it a lot. So he knew all like the one line.
Nope, he lost his connection again. Okay,
Dropped out.
yeah, he's still here.
I was looking forward to that story.
I know, right? He was onto a great story. Damn. Okay, we'll give him his chance again. We'll talk about. Why don't you carry on for our audience, and when he's ready to go, he can signal us.
All right. Well, the hero is called John Matrix. He can carry an entire tree on his shoulder, pick up a phone booth with a person inside it, and jump off planes in midair without getting a scratch. While there are ludicrous villains, glaring continuity errors, saxophone riffs on the score, and a wildly inappropriate power ballad at the end, featuring the lyric, "I am a mountain surrounded by your love." It's the most pleasurable of guilty pleasures, and today still commands a legion of devoted fans. Once you've gone Commando, there's no going back. You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Okay, let's put a hold right there, dude. The fact, just read the story alone about it is hilarious. Like, I am a mountain surrounded by your love is the most pleasurable of guilty pleasures. and today still commands a legion of devoted fans. Once you've gone Commando, there's no going back. Oh my god. Oh, I love how it says too. There are ludicrous villains, glaring continuity errors, saxophone riffs on the score, and a wild, inappropriate power ballad. No, for real. This movie really does stand up the test of time. If I saw a comment in here, the Islington girl, what's up, Islington? I've seen like every Arnold movie but this one somehow. Oh my god, Islington, you need this in your life. It's essential.
Certainly worth the watch. Yes.
It's essential. I will straight up go above and beyond to say that. Good day, folks. My favorite is from the tool shed where he throws the blade that shaves a bit of the guy's head off. Classic kill. Brett Cohen, thank you for that comment. No, true. No, that was a great comment there, and seriously, there are some impressive kills in this movie. I mean, it's indisputable. Like all the kills that he does, it's just straight up memorable. So, Dustin, are you there, dude?
Yeah, let's see. It keeps cutting out. It keeps reverting back to a different mic. So I'll talk, and then I'll just switch it over every time it cuts me out.
Yeah, so go ahead and finish up your story before we go on to the next paragraph.
Yeah, so I was like in the 4th or 5th grade, and I just, my buddy talked it up, and when I finally got a chance to watch it, it lived up.
Nope. Darn. Okay, so all right, folks, I'm sorry we got the mic issues, but me and Talks a Lot here, we're going to play off each other with this dialogue here. So I'll be Mark Lester, and then talks will be Steven, and I'm going to have Ironcaster be Joseph Loeb. So we're going to make this really fun and participatory. Okay, I'm going to be Mark, guys. Remember, Sir, you're Steven. Ironcaster, you're Joseph. It's the granddaddy of action films as we know them today, and Arnold was the reason it got made.
Barry Diller had just become a head of 20th Century Fox. His first day on the job, he said, "This guy Schwarzenegger is a phenomenon. If you gotta find a movie for him that can be done under $12 million, I'll greenlight it immediately." We had a marathon reading session of every action script on the lot and decided Commando, by the guys who'd written Teen Wolf, was the one.
Our story was about an Israeli soldier who has turned his back on violence. Not the movie they made.
I revamped the story to suit Arnold's bigger-than-life persona. Then I drove to his house and acted it out for him. It was going well.
I can already imagine this.
It was going well. I got him hooked. Then I got out the bit where Matrix says, "Remember, Sully, when I promised to kill you last, I lied." And I remember I accidentally slipped into my cocktail party impression of him. Arnold gave me his Terminator look. I quickly went, "Hey, I do all the greats. Want to hear my Cary Grant?" He laughed. Then he stood up and said, "I'll take this part. I'm not a robot from the future or a caveman from the past. I'm enclosed and having a family. It's a part that John Wayne could play. I do this picture."
I guess I'll be Arnold. Commando was a big step forward for me. I had only done Conan and Terminator, but now I got to play a gentle, loving father. He is also a fighting machine. Right? Loving father.
Gentle and loving.
Gentle. Well, that scene at the beginning where they're having the ice cream and they're like,
They're feeding the deer.
Yeah, they're feeding.
Oh my God.
It's so ridiculous, but it's so great because it really is the most fatherly scene we actually have, to my knowledge, seen Arnold do. Like, I mean, besides Jingle All the Way.
I liked
see
the
it
part
scene.
in King the God and Cop where he picked the kid up and he was like, "Stop it!" And
Shut up!
I thought he was very parenting in that one.
All right, D'Souza, the ball is yours.
One morning, I walked into Arnold's house for a script meeting and heard the noise, "Me, me, 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 ma." He was taking a singing lesson. I said, "Are you doing a musical, Ness?" He said, "That's very funny, Stephen, but voice control is important for all performance." He took it all very seriously. He even spent time running lines so he wouldn't inadvertently get a tongue twister. He'd say, "I wonder where Willy went on Wednesday." And I'd go, "Okay, let's change that to Frank was furious on Friday."
All right, I got a whole touch right there. The part where it's a very wonder where Billy went.
I wonder where Willy went on Wednesday.
That is so
Frank was
good.
furious on Friday.
Oh my god, that is so good that happened. Oh my god, the fact that they word that way is beautiful.
Yeah.
We have you. Dexy Doodle. Hi, what's up, Dexy? Oh man, that is seriously so freaking funny. But okay, I guess I'll carry on. But the ridiculousness of like, I read many newspaper articles and books about commando fighters. I read many magazines that deal with soldiers of fortune. That's basically what I did. Go on, Ironcastle. You be the Lester.
For the love interest, we auditioned lots of girls. Man, we saw every actress in Hollywood. Sharon Stone, Bridget Nielsen, you name it. But nothing clicked until Ray Dawn came along.
Ooh. I guess I'll just be Ray Don Chong. Ray Don Chong. The part was written for a Caucasian actress, so I knew I had only one shot. My first reading with Arnold was this weird scene where he pulls a dildo one out of my handbag. What? I knew other actresses were stumbling. Oh my god, this sounds wrong. Because the character is supposed to shrug and say, "It gets lonely on the road." I thought that was so lame. So when my turn came up, I screamed and said, "That's not mine." It got me the part. Was Arnold embarrassed about the dildo? Not even slightly. He didn't even break a sweat running a state. He didn't break a sweat handling a dildo then. And then I eat green berets for breakfast. And right now, I'm very hungry. Oh my god. So,
They
okay.
paired that quote with right after pulling a dildo out of a bag. Yes. Green
Yeah.
beret is what she called it, and he was very hungry indeed.
So, no, it's okay. So let's talk about. So early on in the movie, we see Arnold and his daughter. They're being father and daughter. They're having ice cream, and she's like, please don't go. It's like, I promise, I won't do it. Well, I won't do it. And she's just like, oh no. And then the people show up, and before you know it, everyone's wreaking hell on Arnold's life, and he's trying to like remember. Then all of a sudden, before you know it, they got his daughter, and then the guy's like sitting on the chair, like, "Yeah, we got your daughter," derp, 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 derp. And then like, "Yeah, you're not gonna see her, right? Right? Wrong, dude." When he does that kill, right?
Hey, I want to rewind one moment
Go ahead.
the very beginning, to the introduction of Arnold. The manliest intro ever.
Oh,
Just
I know.
that slow walk, the boots. Not only is he walking, he's walking, shirtless, holding a log over one shoulder, a chainsaw. He brought that there just to look like he's taking it easy. No, I didn't use my bare hands to rip out this tree. He did.
I'm manly, but I like clean cuts.
3-0 Arnold won.
Oh, right. Hey, there is Mark Dudes. All right, we got our full panel here. All right. Wake down. Welcome, sir.
How's it going?
It's going okay, man. Oh, welcome. So, okay, before we carry on, we got into a little bit about the some history on the movie and where their auditions went. Tell us about your first initial experience with watching this movie.
I actually watched it about, I don't know, 2 hours ago.
Nice.
And it's fucking amazing. Like, it's aged really well. Like, it's lost none of its potency.
Yes.
That would be my initial thought.
Okay, cool. No, all good, dude. Awesome.
Oh, Arnold just fixed my power.
I'll fix my power. Yeah, Arnold, fix your power. It was meant to be, man. Yeah.
So I
hear blooping. Yeah, I think there's some feedback coming on from Wake Down's end, but he'll solve on that. But anyways, okay. Oh, there it is. Perfect. He's getting it solved. Anyways, cool. We got a nice crowd here. We're talking Commando. We got Wake Down's perception here on this thing. So let's go to some lines. Good. I was in the Austrian army and was a tank driver, so the action of Commando wasn't all new to me.
Arnold insisted on doing almost all the stunts himself, because he said nobody could duplicate his body. Even when we were doing the close-up of Matrix jamming a knife into a sheath, he said, "My hand cannot be duplicated. It is one of a kind."
You know he was doing that. Oh, we got another gentleman here. Script Doctor, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late. I was having trouble finishing my green beret for breakfast.
Oh. Well, welcome.
It's a little gamier than I expected. How's it going, everybody?
It's going great, man. I'm very thankful you were kind enough to join us for this Commando stream. So we've talked a little bit about the beginning of the movie. We're reading some history about the movie as well. So since we have yet to hear your side of it, why don't you tell us about your first initial thoughts when you first saw the movie, like the time, the place, what were your thoughts? What type of mind were you at when you saw Commando? Like for me, it was a movie I caught on later after the Terminators and Total Recalls. For some, they caught onto it earlier. What was your whole spiel on Script Doctor?
Well, I saw it on an afternoon television actually in the early '90s.
What?
So where I was living in Southern Ontario at the time, we had a channel called CKVR, and they would have old movies, or not so much. They'd have like action film, like an action block of
Okay.
movie films that they do usually on like Saturdays and Sundays around like 2 to 4 p.m.
Mhm.
And I was home one day, just channel surfing in the early '90s, and I see Schwarzenegger pushing a pickup truck down a mountain to chase after some people, and it was like hooked. And yeah, I just watched the rest of the movie. Then found out what it was, and made a note of that. And I would like look at TV Guide to see when it would air again, if it would. But didn't air for like many months later. But then I was able to see the opening little montage where he's carrying like the log on his shoulder, like it's a stereo.
I'm glad you brought that up again, because we were talking about how it really was a perfect opening, because like they emphasize on his biceps, they emphasize on the log, the way he walks. They just like they were all in on that intro. It was beautiful.
We also have that cool montage where like they're killing all the guys off of John Matrix's old unit, and like because they all got their normal jobs and whatnot. And yeah, it was just like this really fun film. And at that time I had a crush on Alyssa Milano because she was on Who's the Boss and all that stuff, and like that's when she was normal, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
She seemed normal at least.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have changed over the last 10 years in Hollywood. So
you got that right. All right, we got another fine gentleman here, and this rounds up really our panel. But that 70s rock fan, what's up, buddy?
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. So why don't you tell us about your initial thoughts on Commando? Where were you in your time in life where this is the movie that you're like, this is great?
Well, I saw this being old enough to see this back in the day at the cinema, and it was awesome. It was a fantastic experience because Arnie was just getting big then, you know. So, and it's the era of action movies, the 80s, the mid 80s, just couldn't get any better, you know.
Yeah, this movie is so over the top. It's
shamelessly over the top. And that's funny, Wake Down mentioned that, because we were talking about above in this article how there were a lot of like continuity errors, but it's kind of like, who cares? Because this movie is about just being shamelessly over the top. Like Arnold at the mall is all you need to talk about as far as being over the top goes. Like what's her face? Listen, like, you were jumping like Tarzan. Like when he jumped on the
I love how he hung up a phone in the mall. That was a brilliant way to hang up a phone.
I mean, who cares about a few errors? It's Arnie kicking ass, ripping people's heads off, you know, breaking their necks in the plane. Who cares?
Well, by the end of the movie, I was convinced that it was deliberate not to show him reloading a weapon.
Yeah. Well, save time.
How about that part though when he breaks through the glass and then he gets Sully, he's trying to get Sully out of that payphone booth, and he just lifts the entire thing and slams it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no fucks given. And then he punches every cop
he's looking for a quarter, right? He's just like, give me a quarter. Like nobody watching it today who's like, you know, at the age that we would have seen it at would understand what he's talking about, because payphones are such a rarity. But but it was like a cool, like the desperation. Like this is the Sully. He's the guy also from the Warriors. If you haven't seen that awesome film,
great movie,
classic.
But yeah, like he's just this creepy coolie guy. He's doing like, you know, a drug deal in a fancy restaurant. Well, not really a fancy restaurant, but kind of like a keg or a steakhouse restaurant in the mall, and everything's all like, you know, above board, at least from the security guard's point of view. And as soon as he sees, it's Christy, I believe her name is, right?
Yes.
The flight attendant. He's like, oh, someone really does want me, even though she told me to buzz off. And then he starts putting the pieces together and then starts running. Like that entire sequence is just really awesome. And then the music is just so, like, it's got a little bit of Jamaican drums in there, and like, you know, some sax, and
possibly the quintessential 80s action movie. I mean, there's a lot of candidates for that, but I mean, this one is up there in the, you know, you could vote for it as the top one. It's got everything. As you said,
I agree.
soundtrack. It's got
Yep.
the action. It's got everything.
It's got the cliche line of trying to stop World War III because
Yeah.
of one man's actions.
That's right.
And I was thinking, like, I was watching this just before we had this stream. I was thinking, like, how everything in the movie holds up, but, like, how packed the mall was, how there were plenty of stores, you know, and then there were the payphones. Like, we talked about the payphone. There's no payphones anymore. And most malls are, like, what, half abandoned?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
even with,
unless you're like the heart of a big city, yeah, most malls are pretty empty.
yeah, I mean, most malls, like, you know, back then going to the mall was like a big thing, and now kids these days don't even really know what going to a mall is.
Mm.
I mean, I would argue that they know, but
Well,
if
I mean,
we
they don't.
continue on this course for another 10 years or so, it certainly won't age well.
Well, I mean, the difference between like when we were kids and like what going to the mall meant versus like now what going to the mall means, it's not the same thing.
True.
Because like when we would go, there was an arcade. You know, there was going to be the arcade. There was going to be a movie theater there. There was going to be
It was
plenty
all
of food
experience.
options, all kinds of stores. Now it's just like, well, you know.
Well,
But
that's
you used
true.
to go there to hang out all day, and that was like the
Yeah.
place to go.
Yeah, there was more variety. Now malls are just full of cheap clothes stores and shoe stores.
Well, they're not cheap.
Well, they're not cheap, but it's cheap. Well, made cheap. Things
Yeah,
are
cheap
made
quality.
cheaply. Yeah, but yeah, before the malls had record stores in them and
Oh yeah.
all sorts of stuff. But now, yeah, unless you go to the West Edmonton Mall in Alberta, in Canada. That mall's got it's got a Sea World. It's got a Sea World in it. It's got an ice rink, huge ice rink. It's got
It's a roller
it's
coaster.
got everything. Roller coasters, yeah, it's got
A
everything.
roller coaster.
Oh, and some you can ride in some. They have submarines you can ride in. So they have like I think one less than the Canadian Navy.
Yeah, that's right. And they're better armed than the Canadian Navy ones. Yeah. Hey, Script Doctor, you said you used to live in Southern Ontario. I don't know, without getting too personal, whereabouts? If you don't mind me asking.
I cannot reveal that, but
Okay, not to worry. Not to
let's
worry.
just say it's close to Niagara Falls, but not too close to Niagara
Okay,
Falls.
I know where you are. Yeah, I used to live in Southern Ontario for many years too. So.
All right, so
Anyway,
got this
carry on.
comment. Yeah, I got this comment here. Sully was also in the. Oh yeah, they played the character that shot Brandon Lee for real by accident, bro. What? I don't remember that. What's up, Red Shirt? Nice to see you around here. And then Islington girl had a notable comment about the mid-80s malls were banging, bro. I mean, I
wish you
remember
could have
it's-
experienced it.
Well, the color scheme alone, like you had the browns, the blacks, the oranges, paint scheme going all over the place. A little bit of like yellows in there, and then the whites. Like it was basically a blind person was coloring, painting the inside of a lot of malls in the '80s back then. But the life that was in there when you go was something to behold.
Oh yeah, it was the vibe. It was kind of like a place where you went to go like meet up with your friends, and sometimes it was whether it was causing hijinks or just like trying to get some cool thing, or for some guys, obviously it was getting girls or girls trying to get guys. And then you had the ones that are interconnected with the movie theaters too, as an excuse to say, "Hey, let's go see this movie while we're here." So it really was a unique experience at one point to go to a mall. It really was. I remember when Pepperidge Farm style, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, like they also had the arcades, the music stores, the video stores. So you go to like the video store, figure out what movie to rent if you didn't want to see anything in the theater, and you hang out there for like an hour and head on over to like a music store, records and tapes, and then go to the arcade and blow all your money.
Yeah, right. Food courts too. Oh, food courts. I was always big on the food courts.
Food courts.
Most importantly, of all, it had the girls.
And then if you're lucky,
that was the attraction. Yeah.
If you're lucky, you'd get some police cars chasing the Blues Brothers around the mall too. If you hit the right mall.
This mall has everything.
It's a mall has everything.
Hi, Courtney.
Pure One imports.
I remember when like indie bands would like rent out space in like the main like center part of the mall to play music and stuff there. So sometimes it'd be like a show going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All this crazy stuff back then.
Yeah, bands used to play. That's right. Yeah, bands. You'd get bands in malls. Yeah. It's not the
Mark,
same now.
you look like you got something you want to say. Go ahead and sound off, my friend.
Well, I missed part of it. Thankfully, got the interwebs back, as they say. But I mean, that mall scene. I guess you guys are talking about the mall scene right now.
Yes.
So that was just classic. And then you got Sully trying to pick up Ray Dong Chung or Cindy. He's trying to pick her up, and she's just looking at him like, "What are you, crazy? You're totally out of my league." And then just the whole that whole scene with all I think one of the guys like. The mall cops, goes to the girls. He's like, "You want to see me kick some ass?" And then and then he looks at the guy and he's describing him, and they're calling, it's like Pablo, and he's like, "He's one gigantic motherfucker."
Oh yeah, when the cops are talking about him.
Yeah. It's just like, and Arnold just like, when they're all attacking him, he's just like taking him out like they're, like Tinker Toys. And then like that one scene where they all go on top of him, and he just like, it's a wrestling move where like they throw him, he throws everyone off. And like, you're getting just so pumped up watching the movie. And I think the only scene where you can see like the stunt, one of the few times, is when he's swinging on that, like Tarzan. Mm-hmm. And, on top of especially I have the blue, of course I have the Blu-ray, you got to have the Blu-ray. So, the big TV now, you can really kind of, pick it out or stop it and see that's, it's a stunt man. But that just scene is just so wild. And then, of course, he goes to the mall, he goes to follow, she follows Sully chasing Cindy. And then he gets to the car and he just rips the car seat out. They're like, get in the fucking car.
One of my favorite scenes of all time is when he rips that shit out. I'm like, damn, that shit's weak. No, wait, hold on.
It's an adjustable seat. It's on a rail already, so you just got to give it a good pull.
Yeah, that's all. It's an emergency feature.
And then trivia, that's a Sunbeam Alpine. So that was the scene, the same car from Catch a Thief. If you Cary Grant, if you're a fan of that, old time movies. So that car's been in a bunch of movies. So, but yeah, it was just the movie just starts off, just going 110%. It's not like Ang Lee's Hulk where you're like waiting there to to see where's the Hulk going to show up.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hang about, does it? It's straight into the action. 2 minutes of
like
exposition, bang.
It's got that ticking clock. He's got 11 hours until that flight lands to rescue his daughter, and like how he gets off the plane and then just makes a run for it, and how lucky he is that Sully is still at the airport, calling in all of his information.
You miss the days you could just get up in the plane and figure a way out while it was taking off.
Yeah.
Well, security's so tight now.
Like, sir, you have to sit down. I'm airsick. It's like, okay, let's leave you alone.
Please don't bother my friend. He's dead tired.
So Nick, I don't know if you want to try to show any scenes, but I clipped a bunch of scenes. I just sent you an overlay you can put on to say like it's a review and to your email. So I don't know if you want to, it's up to you. It's they might demonetize you, but I found those all have clips like if you want like the gear up scene or whatever. And of course, I think the plane's going like 200 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour. So, but of course, Arnold can survive, right?
That's right. He just steps out.
Yeah, I mean, because it's already left the ground. So I was thinking about that. It has to be going at least 600 miles an hour or so to gain lift.
Yeah.
Well, doing it 2 or 300.
How about when he as the plane was gaining air and Arnold finally just lets go and he falls right down on all the hay and he just gets right back up.
Yeah, if you want, I don't know if you want to try to play that. If you go back to the document, Nick, if you go back to the and then
how did he know that hay was going to be there? I mean,
yeah, it was crazy.
So smart.
You could smell it. It was all in the special.
Yeah, you could smell it.
If you do copy the link and just go to new tab, it'll play for you. Yeah.
Just.
Well, that's the script. Yep.
Oh wow, Commando, dude, Commando by Richard Tuggle. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta look for some really ridiculous lines here.
So while we're looking through that, I was so like I said, I rewatched this today. Now my thing was, are these supposed to be like some elite commandos, right? Yeah. So it's supposed to be his unit. They're all elite commandos, and like the first dude popped. Is like pop because he gets up because the trash truck was coming. That trash truck didn't stop anywhere but his house.
That's right.
Well, the second guy, the car dealership salesman, he should be alive. That car hits him doing like 5 miles an hour.
Right.
And he immediately rolls off the hood. And then the next time you see him, he's all fucked up and dead.
This is wild, dude. Just saying that this is, I've always had this whole thing. Like, you remember that line in The Running Man when I was like, "Hey, Killian, here is Sub-Zero now."
Just
Lane
plain zero.
It was like I always wondered. There's no way a line like that was scripted, because you don't just go over script and be like, "That line sounds really good. You
Hey,
should say
Christmas
that."
tree!
Well, you might be surprised, man. Some of it's
Really?
A lot of cocaine in the 80s.
That's true.
Oh, I got a great idea for a line. I know. I said,
Did somebody say line?
I gotta get this down quick. When I said I'd save you for last, I lied.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mind blown.
Oh my god.
I just love the plane when he's on the plane. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. It's just classics. Every line's a classic.
So
the first thing I have written down in my notes, it just says you need a motherfucking montage.
What's up, Big Steve? Oh my god, no, for real. Oh man. So we get to them all, and then all of a sudden he realizes that they get to Sully, and then all of a sudden, remember, after he drops him, and then he claims we have a car. Because she's like, "What's a car?
Over, man.
He's not gonna need
it."
I love how he manhandles the Porsche while it's on its side.
And one of the great scenes of all time is actually, if you watch that clip, I have it there too in the notes.
Okay.
But, when he flips the car back, the car drives off perfect. And I was in the movie theater, I'm like, guys, look, the car, and this is before the interwebs where, you could, look up, they have all the bloopers that are in a movie and everything that's there. So it was just like the car, car is totally perfect. Let's see if I
you just can't open that driver's side door. That's it.
Yeah. And then later it's the car's perfect again. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah.
Well,
so it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Negative.
No.
Negative? No, not coming from my end. Unless you want to share from your end, Mark. You're absolutely welcome to. Let me
that's
start
okay,
from my end. Yeah, no,
Let
definitely.
me find that if it's okay. Yep. Let's
Yeah,
see.
no, please do.
Here's the let's see. Oh, here we'll do I let him go. Yep. Let's see. Copy that.
Go ahead. Go all
Let
in
me,
on this one.
I'm gonna share here. I'm gonna share this. Yep. Share.
This is where the D-Day hits, guys. So in case it all goes down, guys, it's been real.
It's been real, yeah.
48 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love. Oh, here we go. All right,
Here we go. Yep. So hopefully we can hear this. Yep. I'll kind of go unmute it and mute it. I guess if it. Let's see if it. Was this muted? Can you guys hear anything? Or
Oh, you hear it.
a little bit.
Barely.
But we can see that what we can see Arnold's face, and that's all it matters.
Yeah,
We
that's all
can
you
see his
need, right?
expressions. You can see his eyes.
Intense concentration.
Well, we pause it right there. So because we should pause.
yeah,
it a few
pause it.
seconds.
Pause it. Yeah, Tommy. Yeah.
So
So
we
what?
see that intensity in Arnold's eyes. So he does get a lot of crap as an actor, but he does know how to bring his A game as far as being in an intense moment. You can really feel like he was like, "Oh, this is crazy. I have to look serious for this," and he really did.
I just figured he was trying to think of his next one-liner for when he's killed this guy.
What's up,
What am I
Stone
going
Cold
to say to him
Jeremy?
once you get the information? Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
And look at how screwed up that car is getting too. It's like,
I know.
I mean, it's totally trashed.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
I like.
And they walk away from that just fine.
Yeah, there's no.
That was unnecessary. He could have stopped.
I want to hit this tree.
I like how he asked her. He goes, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "I think I'm dead." He goes, "You're okay."
Remember what I said? I'd stop. I lied.
They did cut out a line there because there's one in the script I think where she's like, "How'd you ever get a driver's license?" And he's like, "I didn't."
Oh yeah, so I watched the director's cut today, and basically there was just a couple of extra lines where where like they're chasing Sully, and then she's like, "So what's your name?" and like, "What do you do for a living?" and stuff. And then there's like one extra line where they have his daughter on the boat before they take her to the island, and instead of saying, "I'm going to watch him, beat you up or whatever," she's, basically can't wait to see him kick your ass.
Yeah.
Little things like that, and then that's the director's cut. Such a cut.
Is it past the bit where she says, "You guys eat too much red meat"?
Oh, that was at I think that was at the mall. She's like,
that was at the mall, yeah.
No, that was in the hotel when they're fighting right before she kills Duke.
Yeah,
that's right after this moment. Yeah,
I was triggered by that moment.
After they get done discussing breakfast.
Which is hysterical because, like, as that fight goes on, they break into the other hotel room where they're shooting an amateur porno.
What does he say? The camera set up in the background was a nice touch.
Those were some huge boobies, by the way.
Yeah, like no one's operating the camera; it's on a tripod, but you can tell it's like this is what they're doing in the hotel.
An R-rated 80s movie. It's perfect. It's got everything, including the boobs. It's brilliant.
Oh, here it is.
Gravity is your problem.
Oh yeah, gravity.
I just put closed captions up.
Just gotta throw them off of Mulholland Drive,
I feel like the subtitles is actually even more effective than hearing it.
Here we go. Killer line coming up.
I love when he looks him down. He watches him go down. Yeah.
Oh.
We don't have a car. Yeah, let's see what.
I had to let them go.
Yeah.
I love how,
Now
I
watch
love how
the car.
serious he was.
He's just like
saying that line.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Now I do.
Now we do.
Now look at the car. How trash it is, right?
And
Now watch it drive.
mechanically
Watch
fine
it.
though. The wheelbase is fine.
It's a Porsche. There is no substitute, right? But watch it drive off. Perfect. Perfect. Now watch the other side. Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
It'll fix it. Real quick, yeah.
Arnold's auto repair. We get the job done immediately.
I just beat this panel out myself.
Except
Oh
those
my God.
substitutes.
I needed to see that clip. That was beautiful. No, I feel like you got the perfect balance of the volume without it being too loud, and also having the subtitles is perfect because sometimes reading the lines is funny because we already know it, and yet somehow it's still funny, Mark. So yes,
I
please.
laugh
go
every
all
time.
in.
How about the trailer? We should play the trailer. I don't think we get in trouble for the trailer, right?
Great soundtrack.
I think we do.
We went to a lot of trouble to
I've gotten hit for trailers.
Yeah, I
Well,
have
okay,
gotten,
pause it so we
yeah. They hunted him down, kinda. We went to a lot of trouble to find you.
Using one of the least effective weapons ever, a Mac 11.
The only
Yeah.
thing he would kill for.
The only thing he would kill for.
Yeah, but those Mac 11s, man, if they were pre-banned, they're like $7,000 to $8,000 a piece now.
Right?
Yep.
Well, if they have a stamp.
He's a walking armory. I mean, one man carries so many.
It's taken 20 minutes to put all that on.
He doesn't need an armory. He is an armory.
Commando.
Commando. And
Totoro.
Bennett.
Wells.
Sully.
I mean, even the fact that Sully was able to go through security, walk all the way back to the gate, and watch the plane take off. I mean, that's a thing you haven't been able to do in, 20 years?
With a gun in his pocket, because he pulls it out and uses it in the phone booth.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
I love that scene.
Like, how was she not knocked forward from that?
Yeah. And then Sully's in the mall, and then he's like, "Oh, this is where I pick up women." It's like, what do you mean you pick up women in the mall?
What are you doing to help her get back? That's my
Pager did lie. Actually,
I love that. That's my
I love
favorite
how he's on the
scene.
verge of death. It's about his pager.
Yeah.
It's about the pager.
Closed
He doesn't
caption
care
errors are
if
funny
he's-
too. Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's upside down, about to die, but it's his pager is what matters the most.
Too busy being an 80s guy to die.
There you go. See, we all remember the days we could do that on a plane.
Jack of all casuals, Echo. We'll get that sorted out, buddy. What's up, Scott Jennings of the Dix Division? Oh man, no, dude, look at the testosterone in that scene.
That's classy.
Firing that machine gun inspired me to invent the shake weight.
Oh, that damn shake weight. Oh man.
I like Bennett. The fact that even Bennett thinks that his boss is an asshole. And
I was gonna say, get to the soundboards. Get to the soundboards.
Let me get to the soundboard. I had found two of them. Let's see. Is this the one that? There's one that was. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Let's see.
Bennett.
I'll put it back on this.
I heard that.
I heard a Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett. Yep.
You're gonna have to clip that and use it in shows.
Yeah.
Like Bennett, just that word.
Yeah, just Bennett.
I ate green berets for breakfast.
There you go. When it's just the sound, that's like play that one again real quick.
Yeah.
I ate green berets for breakfast.
It's almost like he's trying to be seductive.
He's very breathless there.
I eat green berets for breakfast.
Well, Mr. Schwarzenegger,
Let's
are you
party.
trying to seduce me?
Yeah, these are the clips that he was playing in the Jamie Lee Curtis scene in True Lies.
Oh
that's right, yeah.
God! What another great movie.
I hate small talk.
Wrong.
Oh yeah,
I
right.
hate small
Wrong.
cock.
I need to get that one for
When I was a boy, in Rock
I actually downloaded all
Germany,
these.
communists said it
Put
was
my
subversive.
computer. Yeah.
Maybe they were right.
Where is she?
Let's see, what was it? Now I do.
Now
yeah,
I
this
do.
is good. But just to kill you last. It's just,
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
Can't play that
Yeah, so David Serda's right. That's Bill Duke.
Yep. And that's why the movie was so good too, because he was so good, and the other guy, Sully was great in that part too. I mean, it's what you hate the
Possibly
characters,
Alyssa Milano's best movie ever.
She was pretty good in that vampire movie though too. Have you
That's
seen that
true.
one?
Yeah.
Good night, Snortopoopus.
Take care, Snort. Let's see.
What I need you to do is follow him. Tell him you're crazy about him. Try to bring him over here, and I will do the rest.
we've got
You can go back to
good
the Got it?
Arnie's a seduction expert again.
Oh, guys, this is a good question here. From Furry Kitten, which is the greatest testicular fortitude line of all time? I don't got time to bleed. Yippee-ki-yay. Dead or alive, are you coming with me? Take off and nuke the entire site from our way. That's a good question. I'm gonna go with the. We'll do one-on-one here before we carry on. I'm gonna go with the Predator line with, dude, you're bleeding. I don't got time to bleed.
I ain't
And
got
Predator.
time to bleed.
Where are you at, Ironcaster? What's the most testicular fortitude line ever?
Oh, I gotta go with Dead or Alive. You're coming with me.
Talks a lot.
You get Judge Dredd. You get
Honestly, the one that I like the most isn't on that list.
Oh,
I
go
need
ahead.
you
Tell us.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Dustin, favorite
I
line?
ain't got time to bleed, man.
It's so good, right? It's so good. Wait down.
Mine is from Tombstone, and I actually can't remember it off the top of my head. It's Kurt Russell. He asks old boy, he says, "You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?" Or something along those lines.
Does he say are you gonna stand there, or are you gonna fire those pistols or something? Or
The actual line. I'd have to go back and watch the movie.
There's fucking Billy Bob Thornton in that scene.
It might
there's
be.
also the Clint in one Outlaw Josie Wales. Well, you just gonna stand there or whistle Dixie or whatever. Yeah, are you gonna whistle Dixie or are you gonna pull your pistols or something? That's a good line.
I love
Script Doctor. What's your definitive testicular line? Where do you draw the line? Like, this is the one.
Oh, that's really tough. I mean,
yeah, right.
I mean, from this one here, like I'm more like on the catchphrases or the funny, like, closers. Like for this one here, it's got one of the best ones, which is like "Let off some steam, Bennett." After like just pierces his sternum with a pipe. Like those are the kind of things that go. But yeah, like you got like Judge Dredd, I Am the Law. That's pretty badass.
So good.
You got like Walter White, I Am the Man Who Knocks. Like those are some pretty good ones there. But yeah, it's tricky to really nail one down. Every movie's got their own. I mean, even one in that quote there, like all those are definitive to their genres. So you can't really.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I appreciate your take, and that's true. There is so many good ones. It does get tough to single it out. 70s. What's the one for you?
It's such a tough challenge. I mean, there talks a lot. I think Terminate the I need your boats more. That's possibly it. Boats, motorcycle, and your
clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Yeah. Although I do like A Man's Gotta Know His Limitations from Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that "You Feeling Lucky" speech. That's still one of my favorite lines from any movie.
Punk. Yep. So that's a candidate too. But yeah, the Boots motorcycle, the Terminator 2 is perfect. Yeah.
Mark D with a C. What's the be all end all if you got one?
Well, I love this movie. So I Lied is of course one of the classic ones. All my buddies, I don't know if anyone out there watching that I grew up with and saw this movie with, but we'd always quote this movie back and forth. I'm weaseling because it's tough to give one, but and Patton, I just love the movie Patton and that opening whole monologue, in Patton. So yeah, that's a great. Someone's over here to chew bubble and kick ass and a lot of bubble gum. That's one of the classics.
That's not a good one.
But Outlaw Jersey Wales probably "Dying ain't much of a living" is "Living Boy." It's just one of the all-time classic lines, and then the other line is and when he beats the crap out of everyone in town, he's like, "Ain't nothing like a good piece of hickory." When he grabs the axe,
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, just clenches the liver, and he's believable too. That's what's so like Arnold's believable, and you're having fun with these. So it's it's just some and then, like watching these movies with friends is so much fun too because you just quote these movies over and over when you watch it.
And we still laugh at it over and over. Hi, Dexy Doodle.
We could do an entire stream of just the most macho lines ever. There's so many good ones. So many good ones.
A good underrated one from a lesser known movie. It was one of those ones he did after he left office. Is that one Escape Plan where he got decked in the face by Stallone and he left. He's like, haha, you hit like a vegetarian.
That's right. That's great. Yeah.
I'm like, what does that even mean? Because what?
Like a vegetarian.
If I got hit by Stallone, I'm sure I would die. I'm pretty sure that would be instant death. So if that's what getting hit by a vegetarian is like, no, thank you.
There's a great line.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just say Bruno Sammartino, the wrestler, was a vegetarian too, so he was a pretty big guy. If you remember him.
There's a great line by Nick Cage in Con Air. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to save the fucking day. I always remember that line. Fantastic line. Can't do it in Nick Cage's act.
Another good one from Con Air is where his buddy Bubba thinks he's going to die, and he's talking about how there is no God, and he's like, "What are you going to do?" He's, "I'm going to show you there is a God."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's like in Death Wish too, right? It's like you believe in Jesus, yeah. Well, you're gonna meet him.
That's a great series full of those one-liners.
Yeah.
Like, what's it? They're breaking into his car, and he walks over. They're like, "What's it to you?" "It's my car." And then he shoots him.
Then he shoots him up. Yeah, that's number 3, right? Yeah.
Just so many good ones.
All right, I'm going to turn the sound on for this few
That's
seconds.
fine.
Here.
That's fine. Worth it.
Bennett is one of the cheesiest bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this dude, he's wearing like Hammerfall chainmail.
Yeah.
He's got leather pants. He looks really out of shape.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be able to beat up Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he's got like a porn star mustache.
It's kind of a,
he's an evil Freddie Mercury.
Well, that chainmail vest could be from. You could wear that in a gay bar.
He's like if you mixed Freddie Mercury with old Elvis.
Mama,
why'd you go back, Mark, on that scene with the subtitles? Because we don't even need to hear it. As long as we see it, the subtitles is worth it.
Yeah.
The subtitles is worth
subtitles
it.
on this one?
They should.
I don't think they got the CC on that.
They don't have the CC on this.
All right, whatever. Go for it. Let's commit.
Let's commit. Yeah.
Let's commit. If we're gonna do this, let's do it together. Let's suffer together.
Yeah.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Oh,
Dad, you're the best.
Was he in Road Warrior?
Yeah, that's Vernon Wells,
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
okay.
Because he's an Aussie, isn't he?
Oh, my face hurts right now.
I still like the fact that Bennett thought his boss, Hadan Hidayah, there was an asshole and they were all pussies. He still wanted to kill Matrix, but he hated the people he worked for because they weren't real tough men like him in Matrix, you know.
All he cared about was killing Matrix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the job for free.
Like, that speech is like, me and Matrix would take them all out at the drop of a hat.
But it's never really explained why. Like, they were buddies, but
he got him kicked out of the unit.
D-Bud. Oh, Dave, you're the greatest. Yeah, when his daughter acknowledges the death.
Yeah, just what was his beef with Matrix?
He got him kicked out of their unit.
Oh,
Did they say that?
Yeah, there was a line in the movie where he was like, how he got him kicked out of the unit, but it didn't say what. And then later on, because he liked killing too much.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he just was jealous of Arnie's one-liners or something.
Oh yeah, like as commandos, I think they're like covert, special ops, right? And Bennett, I guess, from those lines, like to have a body trail, which I guess compromised their ability.
All right.
So Schwarzenegger kicked him out.
Makes sense.
It seems like there was some graping insinuated in the movie too.
Furry kitten.
That don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Dead tired.
We've said that 3 times and we're still laughing.
It makes me laugh every time. It just, you wait for it.
He just walks out here and like, why are y'all here?
Why are they pointing the gun at him though?
He's bulletproof anyway.
Shit.
Pointing the gun at Alyssa
Toxic
Milano.
Man flu is here. What did? Oh God, Tox. My Toxic Man flu with a $25. Woo!
Awesome.
My
That'll buy a lot of
favorite
pizza.
Yeah, right. That's gonna cover a lot of pizza. My favorite Arnold one when he told the maid, "You've just been inseminated." Thank you, Tox. That was
the one and only Toxic Man flu.
Thank you, Tox.
There it is.
Yeah, this is just full on testosterone. Why does he even need a chainsaw?
Oh,
Yeah,
is this the opening of the
Muscles bulging.
Yeah.
I feel like I can see oh my God.
This
theater,
pretty much
like...
set the ground for the intro for every hero all the way through the next decade and a half for the movies. Like Batman movies, you name it, they're all like, yeah, close up on the ass, let's just move up this way. Yeah, that's good. It's like
bowling ball biceps,
It's always got to be in the woods chopping up fucking trees and shit.
Got to make sure you get it out of the bat nipples.
Oh God, yeah, chaps too. Oh my God. Seriously, you can't watch this intro and feel like you just want to do that epic walk, the big log.
Well, he's walking downhill, right? So if he held that log level, the back of the log would hit the base of the hill and knock him forward as a little sight gag.
I like how the ends are perfectly flat too, because that is not how you cut down a tree with a chainsaw.
I have wood.
Yeah, you gotta go on a point there, so it tilts to one direction.
But you see, he revved the chainsaw up to full, and then he just did the samurai swipe with his massive muscles, and it was like soup, perfectly clean.
Yeah, he spiked it with the chainsaw, and his daughter's like, "Dad, you're supposed to turn it on first." Oh, sorry.
So check out that axe. What's unusual about that axe, guys?
It's clean.
And polished. Who has a polished axe like that with the mirror reflective Arnold, so we can see bad guys sneaking up behind him? No, it's not.
That's a military thing, right? Yeah.
That's like the world's shiniest axe. It's like,
oh my God,
I'm here to ask questions.
Oh, my face hurts so bad.
This is when he wheels round and cuts Alyssa Milano's head off. Sorry, darling.
oh wait, we can see what kind of axe it is. True temper.
He thought he was on a mission to
That's a
save
nice
his
little
daughter.
product placement. Is that a real brand?
Yeah, True Temper. Yep.
He had to call Chuck Norris to get him to put her head back on. So.
It only took a reverse roundhouse kick.
That's right.
Norris is good like that.
Hi, and then that. Oh god.
I love you so much. I love
So cute.
Oh, here's that ice cream scene.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's the name of the sign.
Oh,
What's it
did
say?
they cut
Mount
out the
Baldy.
martial arts training scene that they do with her?
Oh, that's in
No,
there.
it's still in there.
Okay.
Oh, Mount Baldy Snack Bar. Is that right?
What a name! What a name, Mount
Mount
Baldy.
Baldy.
Hey, what's wrong with that? I'm just kidding.
Bald lives matter.
Bald lives matter. It's excessive testosterone that causes hair to fall out, you know.
I'm so glad that you
Enough
got
of this.
ice cream on my face. I'm gonna whoop your ass when we get home.
I do Goofy acting very well. I'm joking. It's all over my
There
face.
it is. Yeah.
There's your karate.
Yeah.
He doesn't grow
my
up.
face.
Actually,
hurts
her
so
character was
bad.
actually Alyssa Milano was pretty cool in this movie.
She was,
Oh
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, the character she was fighting back and trying to escape and get,
Yeah, she
she
wasn't-
did some cool stuff.
She wasn't intimidated. Yeah.
Yeah, so that made sense for.
Oh,
for-
my face. My face is in so much pain. I'm crying right now. So, by the way.
So I do have my. I don't know if you want me to show. I can show some
Yes,
toys that I have.
show
if that's
them.
Okay.
Show
That's okay?
them.
Yep. All right.
Yes.
So stop
Come on. Do
stop the
it.
chair. Do it.
Come
Here, I
on.
can show you the. I'll just show you the toys. I have a couple pictures. But let me,
Yes.
I got to switch
Show-
cameras here. So let's switch
That's
to
fine.
The,
Worth it.
side camera here. Let's hopefully this will.
Oh, guys,
This will
get
work
ready. Mark D has some awesome Arnold
Oh.
toys.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So someone do the command.
Here, I'll emphasize on your screen.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dude.
That's nice.
I still love the little spider dog from the last junior run. It's still beautiful. It's
Oh,
still
I didn't know you had a figure of Emperor Xi from China.
beautiful. That's Arnie.
Dude.
So,
The accessories, they're great.
This is
They're all working as well, aren't they? Aren't they all
That's
working?
awesome.
Yeah, they
man.
all work. Yeah, they're banned.
all work.
They're banned where I live, though. Yeah. Yeah, you can't override.
That's
He's got a
sick
flat
as
ass. He's
hell.
got a flat ass though, hasn't he? Really?
got a stick up it.
He's got a Brie Larson ass.
He didn't do a lot of squats.
It is very reminiscent of Brie Larson.
How dare you say that?
Oh,
Arnold
good.
never skips leg day or ass day or ab day or chin day.
I mean, the sculpt on this.
Oh yes, that's his crotch. Thank you for that.
The face
I
is
love looking
fantastic.
at Arnold. I love looking at German sausage.
They've really done a
Even
great
his
job with
action
the face.
figure looks intense.
It
They
really
used, the
does.
they used the same one for Predator. They just put a slightly different outfit on it.
Yeah, this figure just kicks your ass looking at it. It's like,
Yeah, Pat S.
Turn
I'm
the camera
ecstatic
off.
about this. I'm ecstatic that he got his internet working because if he didn't have his big toys to show, we'd all be like, we'd be short of a staff, man.
there's this
Oh,
big-
Mark, you blacked out, Mark. Where'd you go?
Oh, it's back.
No
back.
flash photography.
We're in the
Oh,
void.
there we go.
So
Ah,
Mark,
there we go.
Mark.
Mark,
This is German sausage again. Thank you.
Mark, did they make that at the time, or is this a retro?
Yeah, I'll
toy?
show the. This was about 5 years ago. It's the Hot Toys.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure that movies like Commando would have had toys at the time. But
Yeah. This was later. So,
Yeah,
They
not
would
this
have- They
detail.
would not have that kind of detail.
no.
That's so nice.
and one of my buddies who I knew from the local comic
got
book
the
shop, texted me.
blood
He's like, they're gonna have a Commando figure. I'm like, Kevin, you just cost me $250. But
Well, come on. I
It's
mean,
like-
he's got the little blood spot on his head and everything, man. I mean,
Okay. So talking about the blood spot. So like when he comes down the mountain and like they have him down on the ground like right before they trank dart him, it looked like he had buffalo sauce on his forehead.
Yes, that was the worst fake blood ever.
It was like he had some leftover wings in his truck. It was like it was orange. I'm like, blood doesn't look like that.
You've discovered my weakness. If someone slaps me with extra spicy wings, I die.
Make it mild.
Make it
Too much cayenne.
I love how that reminds me. I love how throughout the entire film he keeps getting jumped by groups of men with guns, and he diffuses the situation by straight punching them all in the face.
How about when all the cops, like, you know, they all piled on him and he blew them all the way like he had superpowers. He just, whoa, got rid of them all. Like, what?
I'm the first superhero.
Oh
My
my
hands
god.
can't be duplicated.
Dude, look at that box. That is an awesome box.
Oh, don't drop it, Mark. No, don't even look at it. I can't go through that. I broke the hood on my Batmobile last week, so the hinge. I'm showing it on my channel, but
Oh, yes. Look at
This
that
box
thing.
is very shiny.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Shiny.
the lights are
1/16.
So here's
Nice.
here's the accessories that go with the box. So I keep this in its own special box. You know,
You have a box for the boxes.
I have a box for the box. It's like
He comes with extra ammo pouches.
That's right.
And guns, extra guns and ammo.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
Shotgun.
And he uses all
And I
of
bought a
those
shotgun
in
just
sequence.
like that because I saw this movie when I was like 11. And I
Uh,
had
Alright,
to have that 20-inch shotgun.
This is where you depart from the movie, because in the movie, Arnie had all of those weapons on him, not
And
sitting in a
used them
box.
in
All
order.
right, all right,
One
Mark.
of them was
Tell
on
us
him.
about these pieces.
So this is well, looks like a that's an Uzi on top, right?
An
I
Uzi
guess,
9mm.
Looks like an Uzi 9mm. And the shotgun, it's not an 870. It's too big for an 870. But I can't, you know, I should know what that is. I actually I never took the. Can I take this out? Let's see.
Can you?
It kind of looks like a Benelli, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but, yeah.
It looks like it's like either an 870 or a Mossberg 500 20-inch.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, I don't think it's an 870 for certain reasons that I won't say.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's see if I can get it out. Let's see. Have these ever been out of the box? Let's see. There we go. All right.
Take care, Courtney. Thanks for hanging out.
There we go.
Oh, dude. Look at it. Look
Oh,
at it.
Pretty.
Actually, it's really detailed. Actually, look at that. Wow. No, not bad at all, Mark. I like it, dude.
It does have the strap, so yeah, you could load that on him.
All right, it's going on him. Yep.
Locked and loaded.
And yeah, it hasn't been banned in Connecticut yet. Yes. Yeah.
Dude.
That is really nice detail work.
A lot of detail. Yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Yep.
Does the knife that he's wearing come out of the sheath?
Yep,
Or
it does, yep.
Yeah.
I get, yep. I gotta,
I mean, with that
Oh,
amount of
pull that-
detail, I'd imagine the shotgun shells
Yeah.
come out too.
don't pull that grenade pin.
yeah, it might be real. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
K-bar, yeah.
It's even got some shine to
Oh,
it.
dude, look
That's
at that.
pretty cool.
That's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Dude, that. Oh, what? Yeah,
Is that
right.
the Russian one that he uses to like shoot the guy in the chest with, or is that just the other one?
No, this is just the. He's got it. Doesn't he have a? That's got a spring-loaded action on that. I think there's a special. One of my buddies is a big-time, military guy, and he was telling me what that weapon was, what that knife was. But yeah, that was a special one. Let's see. Oh, these bags also. Yeah, U.S. Army. But I love that
Nice.
store. I love the store that he goes to too. It's like that's got to be the greatest Army and Navy store in history.
Right.
Like with the
I
secret.
know, they had
secret weapons,
everything.
Everything.
Well, it's a surplus store with a back room you're not supposed to know about.
That is one of my favorite scenes in the film. I love how it's never explained where he gets the bulldozer from. He just has
No,
a
that's
bulldozer
across the
now.
street. There's
He had it in his
construction across the
pocket
street.
all along.
Well, I want to go to a surplus store that's got rocket launchers and shit. I mean, I never once seen one of those.
Exactly.
Somewhere, somehow, someone's going to pay.
Those are the lyrics. Those are, I think, part of the lyrics to the last song that plays at the end of the movie. That
Oh,
badass song.
My love is a mountain.
And I have I think
I'm a mountain surrounded by your love.
There's a YouTube. There's a video too. Yeah, exactly. That's the song. Yep. We could play a couple songs.
Oh, look at that! Is that
Nice.
Claymore
He's even got the
Mines?
Claymores.
Nice.
Dude,
With detonators and everything, man.
Doors with the detonators.
That's detail, bro.
That's
Oh
where
my
his head went, and then
God.
You got extra
I'm
hands.
kind
there.
of curious how much all of that cost now.
Well, it was $250 when it was new.
Shit.
Why don't you someone check on eBay? But
Hey, he's got the
Don't tell-
perfect
don't
shape
tell
to
me.
hold his German sausage.
Dude.
don't tell Mrs. D. She'll like, sell it.
Oh man.
It's just it's just so detailed and the sculpt is so good. It's just it's just so I have this up on a shelf in my living family room. So that's
It looks beautiful on the family room. I love it. It stands out. You can see the big knife. Oh, dude. Yes.
So this
That
is-
looks more like an old school.
Dude.
That looks like an official movie toy.
He's got a look of surprise on his face. What's
Yeah,
going
he
on?
looks like he's surprised that he just shit his pants.
Oh, he did. Whoa.
I'm sorry, I had to drop a load.
That one weighs 20 pounds.
Mommy, I made a boom boom.
Oh god.
So
That was a
We're
little
getting
less
dangerously
detailed.
close to the junior territory.
It looks like he's got a metal bucket on the front of his jacket.
To him in the back.
Yeah, I like how Spider-Man's dancing now.
So
Oh. What's up,
that's because
Jacob?
you pulled Arnie's pants down. You get
So we got the Terminator here.
Oh,
What I like to do is just have him hold it.
Yeah, John Matrix versus the T-800. Who would win?
You go like this, right? You take the picture.
Oh, are we about to get one of those weird as scenes?
As triangle here.
Oh, and he drops. He's like, I lied. Kill you.
Oh yeah.
I had to let him
Actually,
go.
is there a Sully hot toy that you could hang upside down with the John
Oh, that
Matrix
would be
hot
cool.
toy?
There should be.
You can make your own.
That's it, Mark. You gotta make one now. You gotta make one now.
They could sell full scene sets and have like John Matrix holding him, and then like there would be the road on the background with a Porsche turned over,
And have like a button on the stand that you press and it just releases the grip so it falls.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here's how disconnected Hollywood is. They have no idea how much money they could make with something like that. That there's a market for it.
Yeah, they're
Just give me a
clueless,
John
bro.
Matrix with kung fu grip.
It's technically not even really Hollywood. It's just the marketing firms and the advertising companies that don't want to put in the effort to try and sell like an actioneer film. Like,
I mean,
they'd
it's
rather
fair.
go with the easiest route, which is, people already know about it. Why do we have to make a new action hero?
Right?
Yeah, we have all these old ones to destroy.
Well, not only that, like Tom Cruise was doing like the Jack Reacher films, and that's based off of some novels. And the reason, like, it was poorly marketed because people thought, well, at least the marketing department thought the novels would do enough of the work for them to market a film. But I mean, it was a solid film, like box office wise, and to a degree, like story wise. But it's not being talked about. It's not. You don't see anything on social media or within a casual what would be the video stores or whatever water cooler stuff at work, people talking about the Jack Reacher film. But if you bring up a Schwarzenegger film, like, it doesn't even matter which one, even if it is Commando, like, people will be like, oh yeah, that was a fun movie.
The funny thing about those Jack Reachers is Jack Reacher the novel 6'5".
That's right.
Yeah,
I know.
And then you've got like what, 4'6".
Yeah, my wife loves
Tom
those.
Cruise.
She loves the books, and she can't watch the movies because she says the guy's 6'5" in the books. I can't watch Tom Cruise playing him. You know.
I mean, I thought like the first movie they did, which was actually Book 9, actually was not bad, but
I mean,
I read like
was
14 of the
watchable.
books.
The movies weren't super bad for the Jack Reachers, but they definitely didn't fit with the books.
No.
My wife and I agree that Tom Hardy probably would have been a better choice.
Yeah.
So, has anybody read there's a movie or it's going to be a TV series on Amazon Prime with Chris Pratt?
Is this
my
the Tomorrow War?
I did that for a
Tomorrow
joke.
No, this one is it's a book series by Carr. It's the Carr book series. He's the author.
James
It's
LeCarr? James LeCarr?
Jack Carr. The Jack Carr.
Oh, Jack
series.
Carr. All right, sorry.
Yeah, so Jack Carr wrote this series, and it's going to have Chris Pratt as the main character.
Mm.
So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out, because I don't see Chris Pratt. I mean, I've read all the books so far.
What type of property is it?
It's a revenge, like military revenge thing.
Maybe
Well,
that's
it'd be
what
interesting to
Tomorrow
see how
War
Pratt
is.
does
Maybe
in
they're
that
kind
then.
of testing the waters to see if he can do the ex-soldier kind of character.
Yeah.
Well, I think he has the talent to pull it off. They need to give him a good script and let him do his thing with it, because Chris Pratt delivers when he is allowed to be a little bit more improv with the scripts. And I think he has the potential to be a very serious role.
I thought
And
he
be
was the
very
most
good at it.
memorable thing about that Magnificent Seven remake.
I haven't seen
I
that one
forgot
yet.
about that movie.
I haven't watched it. I meant to watch it, then I never got around to
Hold
it.
on.
Yeah.
It's
What's
not
that
bad.
figure at the right, at the bottom right corner, right under? What's
Oh,
that?
that was the Commando line of toys.
Oh my!
Blaster
They had a
Giant.
whole
Yep.
line.
Oh my
A little
god!
more blonde than normal.
Yeah, so
It was radioactive.
Most of my
that's-
friends are blonde in Austria.
so that's the figure that I have. That's the it
Looks
came
like
with
a
a comic
dwarf.
book.
Why are his pants so baggy?
Because it's
He's
hammer
doing the-
time.
That's
He's
where you
doing
have to hide
hammer
all his
time.
guns.
Hammer time.
It's hammer time.
Hammer time.
Can't touch this.
Well, it looks like doesn't that look like Stallone? This one
It
here?
does look like
A little, yeah. Well, I mean,
That
it's
brings
kind
to
of
mind
funny.
the
Like
last action
right before he gets into that costume, he's on the boat, and all he's wearing is a black speedo. It's
Yeah,
like,
for
why?
no reason. He got naked to paddle to shore.
I was beach body ready.
I don't need the extra weight of the water on my clothes weighing me down. I'm kind of tired.
I may eat a shark or two if I'm hungry on the way.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
That's not bad. Yeah, 30th anniversary. Yep.
Oh god, Todd!
Give us
Now
time.
toxic.
Give us time.
The
Oh, that's a good one.
jokes are for later.
Oh,
here
that
we
is
go.
good.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Dude, no! Is that Bennett?
Matrix
Is that a
Bennett-
Bennett?
Kurt Russell. That's
Yeah,
Kurt
where's
Russell.
Where's Matrix back? This is a great
Chopper.
Figure Realm is a great website.
Leadhead,
Where's
Psycho. Psycho.
Sawbones, Stalker, Specs. Specs?
Where's Bennett? I thought I saw Bennett before when
I thought I saw
Did I miss
Bennett
it?
too.
Is this Bennett? Chop, but that's not Bennett. Is it calling it Chopper? Calling him Chopper?
Yeah, that is.
No.
That
Well,
is
maybe
Bennett.
Chopper was
Yeah,
his
that would
code
happen.
name, and then Bennett.
That looks like a
Throw
Ginger
it.
Bennett.
Yeah.
It looks like a Bennett.
Now,
called
see,
Ginger.
now were these U.S. released or were these like overseas released and they changed the name of the movie to Chopper?
I wonder, but it says Toys R Us, so
Oh,
C Team Chopper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they had Toys R Us in Europe too. Well, certainly in the UK. But I don't remember the names being changed in the UK because that's where I watched it years ago. It was Bennett, so I don't remember any obvious
He
names.
does look like Stallone. I can't unsee it now. It looks like a sad Stallone. Like I
Well,
was supposed to be here, guys.
That's why it reminded me of the last action hero when the kid went into the movie and he's all like, "What? You were the Terminator." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I loved him in that movie."
Leadhead.
What?
this doesn't even make any sense.
Dude, yeah, let's see the back.
Can't read it, but yeah.
I can read it: Matrix, Specs, Blaster, Psycho, Leadhead, Stalker, Go Down. And
Okay,
I swear I
Psycho.
thought I saw Bennett.
so
Yeah.
one of them is C Team and one of them is Fear. There's
Yeah,
two different
C-Team and
teams
Fear.
now.
Was there a Commando cartoon?
Let's Google it.
It
Yeah,
has to be.
find
just-
out.
Yeah, let's
If
find
there is,
out.
I gotta watch that.
I know there was like a what was their First Blood cartoon?
Right. Yes.
There's a John Rambo.
Well,
Rambo
it's
cartoon,
a GI, not GI Joe. It's wasn't it an attempt to be a bit like GI Joe or something. The C Team, yeah.
That's
Look
probably
it up
right.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, C Team made up of Specs, Blaster, and Chopper against the forces of Fear led by Psycho, who is based on Bennett,
Okay, yeah.
and consisting of Leadhead, Stalker, and Sawbones. So these were. I think these were. I don't know if it's anything to do with G.I. Joe, though. They're implying in the Wikipedia that it's...
Like there's some crossover?
Yeah, like there's some crossover. I think, or maybe it was just an attempt to have a rival set of toys.
Maybe because of the popularity of G.I. Joe, or maybe the same manufacturer.
I don't remember a crossover.
This is probably something they tried to cash in on because of G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
They probably got... They tried to
80s
make
marketing ploy.
Yeah, they're like, this is going to be the answer. And people were like, he looks like he pooped his pants.
Yeah, so C team, these are the good time. What is the Commando team, I guess, right? here's another.
Oh, here's the big one.
Interesting comment here. Toys R Us worked together with some historical toy stores. They went tits up and took a lot of shops with them. Not antagonistically, it was Hasbro brand shit IRC. You know, could that explain what happened with KB Toys? Because man, was I all in on those Spider-Man animated series figures.
Okay, I got to point out, they said Psycho is based on Bennett, which I can say he's blonde, mohawk.
Chopper's Bennett.
Chopper's based on Bennett?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. He's got the porn stash and all that. Yeah. That makes sense.
The artist.
It looks like they
get to the chopper. Yeah.
Do those two guys have chest guns that are like kind of based on the crotch gun from Dusk Till Dawn?
Well, this would be before then, so.
So they're all like, you know what, the chest gun was cool. Let's put it in his dick.
That was the worst design gun ever because it was a revolver that didn't spin.
Well, not only that, the chambers didn't overlap with the barrel, so it would never shoot in anything.
It just explodes on his dick. He's like,
and then Chopper's got a chainsaw arm.
No, Psycho. Psycho's got a chainsaw.
Psycho, yep. That's crazy. That's just
okay. Can we look at the parallels between that Psycho and Borderlands Psychos real quick? I mean, they banked off the fact that these weren't well-known toys.
Fear.
It's like
Psycho.
Casey Jones mixed with
Jason. I don't know. Jason.
No, I can't say I ever took steroids.
Hello, Orville Nation. And Eric K just tipped me some sweet money. Thank you for being excellent, Eric K. Let's see what you've done, sir. Eric K with a $5. Nice hanging out with the toxic man himself tonight. Nice hanging out with you, Eric. I can't wait to hang out again in Vegas in a few months. Look forward to doing that, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 from Eric
That was a British one, 99p. It cost.
I need to make my exit here, buddy.
Okay, we'll plug in your channel real quick. So, Ironcaster, you're a little boring, but go ahead, just plug anyway.
All right, I am Ironcaster. I like to talk about some big bots. On Mondays, you can find me on my channel with Mr. Brightest Day and Fenrir the Ice Wolf going through the 1979 anime Mobile Suit Gundam. We're going through episode by episode. Next week we'll be on episode 5, so there's plenty of time to catch up.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well,
You
thank
find me
you
around
for
the
hanging
interwebs
out,
on a lot of
Ironcaster.
channels.
Take care, my man.
Yep.
See you, buddy.
All right.
I'm dead tired.
All right, let's look at some toys once more.
So who thought it was a good idea to name a toy Stalker?
That's right.
I mean, really?
Is okay, but I mean, who's he stalking in those neon camo? He's like, you can't see me, bro. He's all like, you are bright green.
So that has like a price tag on it. So that would be like Europe 99p.
That's a British. I suspect 99p, 99 pence.
Yeah.
My face hurts.
For that price, I'll take
What
the
does
whole
that
lot.
translate to
I'll
in
take the
real
whole
money?
box. Yeah, give me the whole lot.
Do they have the back of that box? No. That's just totally hysterical.
This action figure is now on sale for 3 American cents.
For 2.
Well, I was gonna buy a handful of chiclets.
That might be a better investment.
Honestly, these outfits were they wearing
before,
hold on.
Were they wearing these outfits at the Pride Parade or something? Or was this-
They were obviously colorblind when they made these.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great camo. You just blend right in. Yeah.
So you blend right in the jungle.
Well, if you want to blend into the rainbow desert.
Or an 80s mall.
Dude, he even looks like a guy that you would find in an 80s gay club, okay? Let's just be real. He's like eye
You're
patch
about
and the
to die,
earring
and some guys just run after you with those pants, and that's who you get killed by.
Dude, if the dude looks like that kills me, I expect to wake up in hell because I just failed my life.
You deserve to be there.
I've never seen this big figure before. Huh?
Oh, let's see a big. Whoa,
16-inch Arnold.
That's what she said.
The ladies
Not with
love
those
the
steroids.
16 inches.
Not with those steroids.
Oh, you got the comic book too.
Oh, dude.
Kids cut out. And
they tried
kids,
to-
this is for kids. Kids
for
cut
kids.
out. This was an R-rated movie.
So they're trying to monopolize on
I
the
need
same
to
way
read this.
G.I. Joe did, and then
Yeah.
Wait,
they
what does
throw in
that
a
say
little
at the
bit of
top?
Judge Dredd.
Kids cut out and
Kids cut out and saved.
Look inside for blood, real blood.
What's your favorite poster from when you were a kid? The one where the guy's about to stab Arnold Schwarzenegger in the dick.
The funny thing is, as a kid, I would have been, yeah, fucking right. This is great.
In my house, there was no distinction between like kids movies and adult movies. Like we watched, whatever, R-rated movies, PG movies. It didn't matter in my house, so
We didn't
this would have
care.
been totally fine.
Yeah, we did not care. Yeah.
Daddy, I want a big shiny knife for Christmas. That's 12 inches long. Yeah. Then I'll bring me a K-bar, yeah. And an Uzi. Can I have an Uzi too?
Oh no! Very...
Wow. The very first Nickweiser flavor that saw the light of day was flavor 27. Long Dong Vanilla Schlong.
Oh, God.
That's a
was a
flavor
glorious
somewhere. That's a real flavor somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like he's just blown up the whole village. Bodies are flying in the background. And it's like, kids, cut this out and save. Put it on your wall.
That's a great scene in the movie, too, where all the
I plants like 3
buildings are
claymores and
exploding.
it blows
You
the
can
entire
easily
village
see
up.
that it's just a bunch of mannequins stuck on poles.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we've seen all. Let's say the Nika had. They've got.
oh
that's
my
not-
god!
That's not as much fun. Yep.
My face hurts so bad.
That's what she said.
Has missiles.
Complete with dildo rockets.
Oh my god! Look at those dildos shoot out.
It's primed for maximum penetration.
Oh, is that he's a diehard figure there. Yep.
Bruce Willis didn't want none of
She's
that.
got the rocket coming out of it. It's the rocket's halfway out of it. It's clever.
I call
like that.
bullshit. Those two action figures are the same size.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They were making this. They used the same bodies for multiple
Yep.
figures. It's just yeah.
Thanks for the sub, Orville. Oh man! Oh, look, we got more flavors coming out. Followed by Nick Weiser flavor number
God.
28, Ben and Jerry's poop shoot scoop, and
Nice 70s.
then Toxic Man flu flavor number 27 was inspired by Arnold flopping Wang in the Terminator.
You missed the one I did earlier. I think.
$72.
Predator Commando Future War figure.
Ooh.
Custom figure. Yep.
I
Looks
killed
like Ben
everything.
Affleck.
Oh, they took a Terminator 1 mold sculpt for that.
Yeah, I think so.
I've killed
Yeah, it looks a bit
everything.
like a
Now I'm
Ben
coming
Affleck.
for you, Aunt Jemima.
Just for the hair alone, because that's Arnold's hair in Terminator 1 before he gets caught on fire.
Yeah, right.
He's got a vague Bruce Campbell look about his face as well. It's
I like his
Hail
P90.
to the king, baby.
Hail to the king.
When did he ever use a P90 in any of his movies?
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure he
remember.
hasn't.
Did he use one in Eraser?
Oh, oh my god, I can't remember if he had. Good question.
When did the Greek National start making P90s?
Probably sometime in the 80s.
Oh, Toxic's Marshmallow Semen Demon. Flavor number 20.
Oh my god.
You got me beat there, Toxic. I don't think I can match that one.
Wait, is that? Oh, I thought that was the chick for a second.
From here, that looks like Chekhov.
That's that nothing to do with the movie, I guess.
Well, for Kenny who's not in Commando.
Generic Commando.
Not
Is that from like the comic book?
No, it looks like it's just from Commando brand toys. Something like that.
Yeah, it must be just
some G.I. Joe knockoff.
The next step up from Army Men.
They even stole the G.I. Joe flag.
Yeah, where's Pablo? We need him for is all the toys that he shows.
Well, yeah, we do that in the Pop Culture Archivist
Yeah.
stream. Pablo's always got a load of the knockoffs. It's great. Yeah, they're funny.
crazy knockoffs. Yeah.
They're more collectible than the real things, I think. So.
Yeah. They're pretty nice. Yeah.
Man, I want to buy up all those like obvious plant toys. Those things are sick. I like those.
Oh, that's some good stuff. Yeah.
Matrix.
Well, I think we
I want to know how they came up with that name, John Matrix. Like, that is such a badass.
Oh,
name.
that's from the dot matrix printers.
Was it really?
That's one of the rumors I learned is that the dot matrix printers were big in the 70s because they're the scrolling ones. They had like the holes pre-punched in the paper and you tear it off, and that's what it would be used. And someone's like, Matrix, that's a cool sounding name, and it's like, well, it's because that's the computer terminology for it, and I think it just kind of caught on, and that perhaps the guy who wrote.
What's Arnold eating on that figure?
Or is that just one of the? Is that one of just the wire ties, maybe? But yeah,
he's eating a green beret.
He's eating a green beret. Yeah,
that's just the sinew that's left over.
Maybe that's supposed to be a knife in his mouth. Yeah. Like he's holding onto the knife or his teeth.
Yeah,
the handle broke off, so I have to keep it in my mouth.
Come closer.
I want to cut you.
Just another red shirt dropping facts on us. 1990 for the P90.
What's up, People's Fun of Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, my face. Oh man, dude. Now, hello. Pair of fists.
Pair of fists. Right hand for gun holding. Right hand for
that's a great name
launcher.
for a movie. Pair of fists. That should be an action film for like 2022.
There you go.
Actually, it should be a puppet movie. That Pair of Fists.
Yeah, so you got to change his hands depending on what he's holding.
Yeah.
Does it
Black
come with the
camouflage vest? No, unfortunately, the Speedo was sold separately.
Oh man!
But the genitals were included. The genitals were included.
He does everything with only 12 rounds of ammunition.
Each round kills 200 people.
I was hoping they would name the weapons. They don't. But here's something cool I found too. I didn't know about till doing some research for this show.
So this is the Steven D'Souza screenplay.
Yeah. So what could have been?
Yeah, that's in '89. I got that script. That's not as great as the first one. Not better than what I pitched 11 years ago. Gosh, it's been that long.
Wow. Offering a detailed analysis of the sequel that never was. A man emerges from the smoke like a Wagnerian myth made flesh. A tall muscle warrior and another comeback hair covered with grease paint and blood. He has I can't take this.
He has the heart of a lion. He has the heart of a lion, and he's carrying it in his hand because he just ripped it out of the lion.
His name is John Matrix.
And he carries his daughter, Jenny.
He has the heart of a child and keeps it in a jar on his desk. Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
It is true. Hold on a second. Let me see. Can I share my...
Yeah, you share
sure.
Yep. Oh.
Oh man. The fact that was the first thing that we got.
This is like arguably the most vacuous human ever to
It won't let me
achieve
share
that.
my.
I just stopped. I had to stop mine. I just stopped.
Yeah,
mine.
it's not letting me share. I have the script on a PDF here, and it's not letting me share it. It's giving me a black screen on StreamYard.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, maybe try it again because I just stopped sharing. So maybe I'll let you.
Yeah,
let you
try
share.
again.
Try.
Try again.
No, even on my preview tab, it's only showing it up as a black.
Okay.
Black screen.
Okay. No fret. Well, Mark, go ahead and open back up then.
Okay. Yep. Let me share
Let's do that. Let's write this out.
Write this one out. Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to bounce in 15 minutes.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's totally cool, sir.
You're not
All
allowed
right.
to leave unless you make a really witty one-liner though on the way out.
All right. So, sir, do you want to take it away after he carries his daughter Jenny? You want to take this one away?
Sure.
All right.
The above description may sound familiar. It's an excerpt from a screenplay by Stephen E. D'Souza that never saw the light of day, despite a revision by none other than future Shawshank Redemption director Frank Darabont. Terrible with names. Those who are familiar with Arnie's improbable tactical genius will recognize the above excerpt as part of the scene from 1985's Commando. Here, reused in the form of a brief prologue, which acts as a reminder of past events. The Wagnerian myth made flesh, just a moment to process that metaphor, is of course Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or, more accurately, retired United States Special Forces Colonel John Matrix, arguably the most vacuous human being to ever attain such rank. Pushed by General Franklin Kirby to return to the field after breaking every law imaginable with a reckless abandon that would be beneath even the lowliest soldier. Matrix sends his former mentor a look of smoldering impudence, or as close as Arnie could get to such a description, and firmly replies, "No chance."
Oh, okay. Stop. Everything from no chance. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Okay, go on now.
Okay.
Oh.
At the time, you would have been forgiven for assuming the prerequisite second installment was inevitable, regardless of Matrix's seemingly definitive answer. The 80s saw an explosion in numbered sequel, which proved a cost-effective way to keep lolly rolling in for producers looking to smash marketing costs. By 1985, Arnie had already shot superstardom following an inspired bit of casting by James Cameron, who would handpick the Austrian oak to portray the iconic T-800 in sci-fi sleeper hit The Terminator, utilizing the budding movie star's massive fame and robotic demeanor to devastating effect. A year later, he would star in Commando, a muscle-bound blockbuster with its tongue firmly in its cheek. The movie would represent the actor's first dialogue-heavy role, much of it was wisely ditched for an eventual theatrical cut. That's kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to have you say that. It's pretty bad. And was the first pickup on Arnie's inimitable ability to...
Inimitable.
Okay. Ability to ream off the kind of eyebrow-raising quips that would later propel him to the top of Hollywood Mountain. Following star turns in such movies as Predator and The Running Man, the chances of Commando sequel were high. With Arnie's stock soaring, it seemed like a no-brainer.
Dude, look at that. What's that photo down there?
Well, that's when he was at 50.
That is America.
That's America.
Well, it's imported, so I don't know.
Oh, man. Austrian American photo right here. Cigar intact. Oh, man.
I did this for moments after my second heart attack.
Oh my god, that's just brilliant. Is there anything after this, Mark, or no?
Yes, I was on mute. What I want to say was one reason I love this movie so much was my dad was Swiss, so we had an accent. And he sounded all my buddies would say he was Arnold, so they would be like, "Mark, go do some work." And the joke was, at our house, we're always fixing stuff. So, like, if you came over to our house, like one day, you know, we're in the pool. We had lucky enough to have a pool, but my dad had gotten like 4 tons of gravel, those little white rocks to like put around the house or whatever. And so all my buddies were about to go in the pool, and my dad is there with like a wheelbarrow and a shovel. And like, they're like, "How can you go in the pool with like your dad working there and digging ditches?" So they would always tell jokes like, "Mark, you were moving too slow. Pick up the shovel. Dig faster." It's like, "Move the sheetrock." So like my dad would always say he's like, "I lost my accent years ago when I came to the U.S." So it was just like a total running joke. You know, we'd ask him to say lines from the movie and stuff. I wish I had that on tape. You know? And he loved corny jokes, and he loved all, you know, the one-liners. So, you know, he was always telling one-liners. So like he almost died, you know, when he saw this movie with me in the movie theater. It was like, because it was so funny. So we should have had him record. You know, he passed away. Tomorrow is the anniversary of his death. It's been 5 years. So.
Oh,
tonight, yeah. So
all more reason to have a cause for celebration.
Yeah, so it's a good time to celebrate. You know, celebrate like these fun memories that you remember people with. So it was just I wish I got to maybe find something, but this is a really long article, so I don't know how much you want to read. But,
we don't have to.
No, we could just skim it.
Much more. Yeah, we could skim it, but
the one
we'll
do the pictures. We'll do the pictures. Yeah. And there's one interesting part in the end where they talk about Die Hard 2, I guess, and what.
Let's definitely look at that.
You'll look at that, yeah. And so, we'll put this link. I guess we could share this doc. We could share this Google Doc, I guess. So we could, and we could put it in the, if you want to put it in the show. I'll change it so it's view only after, but we could, if you wanted, Nick, you could share it on your channel.
Yes. Mutant Bamhammer. What's up, buddy? Oh, man. So, where's that?
Here's the part. Yeah, here's the part here. Yeah, this was the paragraph on the script ending up as Die Hard, but they're debating what happened with that. But so I guess, what do they say? The quote, I don't know how the story started on the internet, but it's completely wrong. Die Hard is based on a novel called Nothing Lasts Forever by author Roderick Thorpe, which is a sequel to his early book, The Detective.
Yep.
I'm not doing it as good of a voice, but
no. That's true. That's true. Though not as many people know that, so that is true, Mark.
Now I want to read that book.
It's quite different from the actual film, but it's still an enjoyable read.
Is it take place on a Christmas weekend script?
I don't remember, but John McClane's a lot older than.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I remember, like, the inspiration for the Nakatomi Tower on one of the DVD commentaries for Die Hard is that I think D'Souza was driving, and an empty refrigerator box flew off someone's truck in front of him and then hit his car, and that's where he got the idea of like having somehow having the setting take place in a Nakatomi Tower.
Oh. Wow.
I think it was D'Souza, or it might have been the director at the time, but I'm pretty sure it was D'Souza.
All right, I'll read this last paragraph here. Yeah, still, D'Souza would go on to draw comparisons with Die Hard when discussing the basic premise of Commando 2 and the way in which he approached the evolution of the Matrix character. As for Commando, I did write a sequel for that, he would explain. Frank Darabont even did some revisions in it. In that movie, I would look at how experiences change people, such as how in Die Hard 2, people reference how famous John McClane is after the events of the first film. So for Commando 2, we fear that Arnold, after blowing up half of Los Angeles, achieves some notoriety, retires from the army, and by the time the sequel courses running as security.
No, he would be in prison.
This is a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
I thought he would have been running a panel beater outfit, fixing up cars.
Well, look
He literally punched every cop in that mall in the face at least once.
Thank you for calling Matrix Security. We have the fist in all situations.
How many friggin' mall cops were there? I mean, there were like 30 mall cops. It's like.
Now, I did notice that on the Wikipedia page, apparently Bill Paxton's in this movie.
Yeah, he's the guy trying to get him to go below radar or whatever.
Yeah. Navy radar guys, yeah.
That's right. Very, very small part, but he's there. Yeah, you can see him.
He's in a bunch of movies like that with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Terminator 1, he's the guy who kills and takes his clothes.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, what's that VHS bit? Good news, VHS revival readers. What?
This is the website that this is on.
Oh, somebody read the script, all 124 pages of it.
Wow. you dedicated human, you truly are dedicated. Oh, all right, guys. Well, you know what? Maybe this will. I'm the type of guy I like to, wrap things up while the iron is still hot and people are still tuning in and enjoying it. I don't want to be like, oh, it's dying now. Maybe we should wrap up now. Everyone's left. I like to keep it. I'm the type of guy to leave the audience wanting more. So before we plug in channels, I'm going to do our announcement for what next week's flick will be. Next week, we'll be talking the Stallone classic, Over the Top. It's an arm wrestling flick. Excellent. So I would recommend for those who in the chat who are watching, or if you're catching the replay, my recommendation, if you haven't seen, or if you haven't seen in a while, watch it within, I'd say no more than 48 to 72 hours before a movie. That way the memory of it's still hot in your brain. And that way you can, talk about it. Or if you just want to learn about it, well, you come to the right place to talk about it. So with that all said, we will now get to the part where you start plugging in some channel. Hey, dude, we had great. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without Mark D, Wake Down, Script, 70s, Talks, Brutal, and of course, Ironcaster. These guys helped make the show what it was. So I'm very thankful for these guys. So we'll start off with the man who really helped carry the show, Mark D with a C.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, this was awesome. I'm glad my power went out. I was getting pretty pissed that the power wasn't working, the internet was out. So this has been a blast to hang out. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So if you haven't watched it, after seeing this, hopefully you want to grab it and go get the Blu-ray. Just to give a quick plug to my channel. I do a lot of toys and reviews on old action figures, Micronauts, Fantastic Four, things like that. I'm also on with the guys at Pop Culture Archivist, so we're usually on Sunday. And I'm also on the Global Geek Gang on Thursday, so just appreciate anyone who takes a chance to sub to the channel and check out some old retro toys and some interesting things. And thanks for having me on, Nick. Glad I invited myself on.
I'm happy you did. I'm ecstatic
I have to be here for this and show off my Commando toys too. So, thanks,
there you go, guys. Mark D with a C, and Mark, it was an absolute pleasure. And man, this is gonna be the summer of toxic, action movies. So if there's one that catches your eye, just let me know. You're welcome to come back on. And now on to that 70s rock fan.
It's not a Toma. The best Scottish Austrian accent you'll ever hear. Thanks for having me on, buddy. It's always a pleasure. I really appreciate it. And thanks to the rest of you on the panel. I'm very honoured and privileged to be able to appear with such fine gentlemen. So, I do have a little tiny little channel, That 70s Rock Fan, where I do videos about science fiction books and obscure bands. In fact, I just uploaded one yesterday about Philip Hosey Farmer's Riverworld series, one of my favourite sets of books of all time. I also have, you'll see me kicking about various streams, and I have a regular gig on Friday nights on Foul Ball Productions, which Nick is also on, and we have awesome fun. Indeed. So, that's me, and thanks again, Nick, and good night, everybody.
Thank you. All right. And the man who knows the stories better than the writers who write the stories themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic guest, and I'm very thankful he joined on, our script doctor.
Oh, wow, that's a compliment. I don't even think I can live up to that, but thank you.
You already have. It's already past tense, dude.
Well, thanks so much, dude. I was more than happy just to hang out in the chat and listen. But yeah, thank you so much for inviting me on with this awesome panel of guys and reminiscing a little about such a fun film. Now, I do have a channel. No need to really worry about it right now. I have to take a break from it because I am writing professionally this summer, so that's taking up most of my time. And so conversations like this is a great respite to kind of get my mind off the subject at hand and just talk, shoot the breeze of nostalgic, awesome action films or any type of films. So thank you so much for having me on tonight. And anyone in the chat, if you enjoyed listening and you're not subscribed to 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, please click that subscribe button.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. So, hey, man, obviously I know you know movies, so the door's open this summer. If you want to come on and whatever movie we tackle, obviously we follow each other on Twitter, so you know what to do, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And a man who is basically what VW likes to say, he is our Perry Chan, and he is making some awesome videos that are people look at me at work now, they think I'm psychotic with the things I left about. Thanks to this guy over here. The Wait Down. Plug in your channel.
Yeah, sure. I guess I could do that. I would definitely say that Perry Chan is way out of my league, but I appreciate the love and the references. Definitely check out my channel. I make all kinds of videos. I make reviews. I make funny satirical comedy clips. I do all kinds of stuff. You might find something you're interested in.
Nice. There you go, folks. There's the link. And to my fellow good friend, and he has an awesome channel as well. He has made a life recovery diet on keto and has maintained it since as well. So he has stuck to his guns since then. His channel is Keto Simple. So, Dustin, plug away, sir.
Yeah, you said it best. 5 years on keto, about 150 pounds lost. Come by my channel at Keto Simple. I make recipe videos. I have podcasts where I talk to different people. I'm excited that you allow me to be on the panel and talk about these movies that I grew up watching. It's pretty awesome, man. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, sir. This was, as usual, if you ever want to come back on and talk more of these movies, the door is open. And to my last but not least, a fellow co-panelist on Yelling at Parked Cars and also a good friend extraordinaire and a man of many voices. Thank you for coming on here, sir. Talks a lot.
Thank you for inviting me. This was fantastic. This is by far one of my favorite Arnold movies of all time. And this whole panel was fantastic. The chat was lit. This was a great time. It was so good. I am Sir Talks-A-Lot, the man of many voices. I do a few things here and there. I try to be a voice actor every once in a while. But I mostly just make silly videos. Right now, you can head on over to my channel, Sir Talks-A-Lot, to catch both my latest entertainment talk featuring Nick Weiser and my Advice You Won't Take, a meditative experience. It's a guided meditation parody. You'll love it. I know you will. Trust me. Then if you want to hear me bitch about social issues, I have the channel Dalton Complains. Search it in. It's the only channel with that name. You'll find it. And then, of course, there's Frank Lee. Yes.
Frank Lee. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, before I start putting in professional audio, I'm going to close out with me singing the song. So thank you all. This has been awesome. To the panel chat, you guys absolutely killed it. Manflu, Eric K, David Sir, thanks for the tips as well. Till we all do this again, see you next Tuesday night. Same bad time, same bad channel for Over the Top. And now we cue the music. Na 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 na.